Hi, my name is Matt Blair. I'm going to be discussing Prompt A of the play Vinegar Tom. So, the two design elements I'm going to be discussing today are the design elements of costume and the design elements of the stage. So, Vinegar Tom was set in 17th century England, and the actors indicated this by in the beginning of the play they were dressed rather modestly in normal street clothing, but as the play progressed, women began to tack on big dresses and corsetti type attire, which is indicative of that time period. And men wore old fashioned attire. And I think watching that, it helped mold my perception of what the time period was like back then, and it helped show the audience when the play was set and where the play was set. It also showed how long and taxing it is to get dressed back then, and kind of the comedy of that. Women were allowed to play men too, and men were allowed to play women. And I think that's part of theater's critical conscience, because it's more about the philosophy of the actors. It doesn't necessarily mean that one actor has to be cast a certain way based on stereotypes. And I think that the more elaborate clothing that the woman wore indicated higher status, and the lesser, more mundane clothing was of a lower class. The design elements of the stage, it was a proscenium stage, and the stage was relatively plain. There wasn't much elaborateness going on when it came to the stage. I think that could have been a metaphor for the way how gloomy and dismal life was back then, and it was more, I think, emphasis on the actors and the show telling of the play. That the stage was also very close. You could almost touch the performers, and I thought that was really interesting because it made you feel more engaged, and it kept me more involved and able to keep track in the storytelling of the play.